What happens to the brain after trauma to alter perception? Trauma can change how your brain works in profound ways, especially affecting how you see and interpret the world around you. When someone experiences a traumatic event, certain brain regions involved in fear, memory, and emotion regulation undergo specific changes. These changes can make a person more sensitive to threats and alter their perception of safety and danger. One key area affected is the amygdala, which is responsible for detecting threats and triggering fear responses. After trauma, the amygdala often becomes overactive, causing exaggerated reactions to stimuli that might not be dangerous. This hyperactivity leads to constant feelings of being on edge and hypervigilance, where the person is always alert for potential threats. The hippocampus, which helps us form memories and distinguish between safe and threatening situations, also changes after trauma. Research shows that the hippocampus tends to shrink in size and function less effectively in individuals with post-traumatic stress disorder. This makes it harder to accurately process memories or tell the difference between past danger and present safety. As a result, traumatic memories can intrude unexpectedly, leading to flashbacks and intrusive thoughts. The prefrontal cortex, especially the medial prefrontal area, plays a role in controlling emotional responses by calming the amygdala. After trauma, this part of the brain often shows decreased activity and volume. When the prefrontal cortex weakens, its ability to regulate fear and stress diminishes. This imbalance means that fear responses become more persistent and harder to extinguish, contributing to ongoing symptoms of trauma. Trauma also disrupts communication between these regions. The connections between the hippocampus, amygdala, and prefrontal cortex become less efficient. This impaired neural connectivity affects how the brain learns from experience and how it perceives threats. It can cause the brain to overreact to stimuli or interpret neutral cues as dangerous, which distorts perception and emotional responses. In addition to these changes in brain structure and connectivity, trauma can influence sensory processing systems. For example, the vestibular system, which helps us sense our body position and orientation, may become dysregulated. This can lead to sensory sensitivities, feelings of dissociation, or a sense that the environment feels unreal. These perceptual disturbances are common in trauma-related conditions like post-traumatic stress disorder. On a cellular level, trauma causes changes in neural circuits and molecular pathways that govern fear learning and memory. These include alterations in neurotransmitter systems and stress hormones, which further modify how the brain processes traumatic information. These biological shifts help explain why trauma can lead to persistent symptoms like flashbacks, emotional numbness, and dissociation. Overall, trauma causes the brain to become hyperalert to threats, impairing its ability to differentiate between safe and dangerous situations. It also disrupts sensory and perceptual systems, leading to feelings of detachment or unreality. These changes are not signs of personal weakness but are rooted in the brain's biological response to stress. Understanding this helps us see why recovery often involves therapies aimed at rewiring these neural pathways, helping individuals regain a sense of safety and clarity. Always consult healthcare professionals for personalized advice, as each person's experience with trauma and brain changes can vary.